All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to my presentation. I'll be doing it the slideshow because the slideshow feature doesn't work with the recording. My student title, my brief title is student portal, and my mentor was Mr. Dennis Manning, and my supervisor was Miss Isra Tajuddin. The aim of my project was to record student and staff details on the internet, save time and energy, improve communication by handball technique, enable access to record from any location, improve entertainment and academic study in Bahrain Polytechnic. How my work fits within client structure. My client structure, my work was able to save time and energy, provide access to records from any location, and provide a better technological solution to the Bahrain Polytechnic University. The goals of my project was to create login accounts, have user privileges for teacher, admin, and student, inserting student registration and viewing it, inserting student courses and viewing it, having class registration inserted and viewing it, having class schedules inserted and viewing it, having student grades inserted and viewing it, having news inserted and viewing it, having events calendar inserted and viewing it, having academic calendar inserted and viewing it, having campus details inserted and viewing it, and having a staff directory. All of the extra requirements of the project was done, and there were no requirements still to be done. The technologies I used for my project was Java using Android Studio IDE, PHP using NetBeans and Visual Studio Code IDE, HTML was done using NetBeans and Visual Studio Code IDE, MySQL was done using PHP MyAdmin and MySQL Workbench, XML was done using Android Studio IDE, and XAP was using through NetBeans and Windows 10. The design elements of my project had a class with a primary key class ID and class name and class section. It had a mark with the primary key of mark ID and subsection and mark and term. Staff with a primary key of staff ID with the data name, registration number, CVR, username, and password. Exam with a primary key of exam ID with an exam name, exam type, exam date, exam session. Student with a primary key of student ID with a student name, registration number, CBR, username, and password. Program with a primary key of program ID and name. Courses with a primary key of course ID and the course name. Schedule with a primary key of schedule ID and schedule room and class daytime. Class had a many-to-many relationship with Mark and many-to-many relationship with exam. Mark had a many-to-many relationship with student. Program had a one-to-many relationship with staff, one-to-many relationship with the student, and one-to-many relationship with courses. Courses had one-to-many relationship with schedule. There were some alternate technologies like Eclipse and Kotlin, but I didn't use them because there were not so many tutorials on the internet over them because they weren't so much popular. So I used Android Studio. I faced some technical issues with like not having a very good design, had problems inserting and stripping data, and had problems with calculations. I managed to overcome all of these problems. ICT service experience helped me improve my Android development skills and my website development skills, as well as my written development, my written thesis skills, or any written content. The work that I've done that was completed was having login accounts, having user privileges like teacher, admin, student, having student registration, having student courses, to be instead of viewing them, having student registration to be instead of viewing them, having class registration to be inserted and viewing them, having class schedules to be inserted and viewing them, having the insertion of student grades and viewing it, the insertion of news and viewing it, the insertion of reference calendar and viewing it, the insertion of academic calendar and viewing it, the insertion of campus details and viewing it, having a staff directory. The new chosen technology helped me improve my Android development skills and my website development skills. I faced some challenges with having the case of COVID-19 working remotely, and I had some of my family member in a critical state in the hospital, but everything went fine, fortunately, and just general time management and relationship problems that I overcame. And now I would like to give you a space to ask questions, and I'll be happy to answer them.